Hey, it's Yolanda at DryerBuzz and, of course, 27 Answers. And this is a How to Create Buzz podcast because that's the one question I get asked each and every day in some form or fashion, in person, in my inbox, on my timeline, questions all the time. Because as a blogger, for somebody that's been creating buzz for 16 years at the time of recording this, that's the one thing I can answer in my sleep, out of my sleep, anywhere. I can always tell you how to create buzz. So I dropped about 9 minutes of information here for you, and we just kind of keep it going. And one of the most retweeted phrases that I have ever uttered, that I have certainly discovered in the work that I do in trying to close the digital divide, bringing everybody online, helping businesses grow their following and converting that following into customers, is I talk about how to create buzz for free. Okay, now everybody that knows me, like, we know what she means by free. Free, F-R-E-E, I mean to simply fully reimburse every expense. Every time, everywhere I have ever said that phrase, it gets retweeted, it gets tweeted, I get tagged, because this is the thing about it is, we have to understand the cost of everything. Now, while I can tell you how to create buzz for free or how to create buzz on a budget, no budget, I can tell you which apps and applications and platforms to use. I still want you to understand, even as I help you navigate to doing this at no cost, for free, on budget, no budget, I still need you to understand that there's still a cost in this, And then I'm not even talking about how you value your time or the price you put on your time. I need you to understand, because if you understand it and you're trying to become a creative or a business or sell a product, then you're going to be able to truly convey that to your customers. If you don't understand coming into this, being that you want a side hustle, you got a passion, you want to be self-employed, wholly employed, you want to be a growth firm, an entrepreneur, whatever, any of those cute words that we've talked about in previous podcasts, I need you to understand that there is a cost to everything, whether you get it for free or not. You might not be the one that's fully reimbursing every expense, but in everything, in all things, get an understanding. But the understanding is that there is a cost. And then when you begin to understand that what you are doing, even if you are using social media for business, there is a cost to it, then you can further convey to your customers and help them to understand that there is a cost to everything that you do. I had an inbox and the person asked me a question, and and I gave and I'm never one to like shy away or to hoard information. If I know it, I'll give it to you at a cost, right? But I was on a platform. There's a community out there where you sell products, and it's the understanding that you don't bring the people out of that community. It's something, being a part of that community, you navigate within that community. And there's so much to be understood. It's understood that all the information you need is there. Well, this particular person is in the inbox and they're asking question after question after question. And I'm looking at the cost of it, because in order to operate in that community, you have to operate at different cost points, right? Price points, right? So I'm with the understanding, once you engage with that person, if they've got that many questions, then it lets you know, the warning is, they don't really understand how this works. And it becomes kind of undermining, we talk about this a lot, undermining your business model. So I'm like, okay, if I answer one more question, then we're getting into the cost factor here, okay? And I had to literally just let the person know, this is not how this works. This is not how this community works. What you're trying to do is something that's done outside. And I just had to go ahead and say that, because had I not continued to respond to them or not respond to them, because they track how fast you respond. And I'm like, okay, just the same thing like when you go through that drive-through and they're like, can you go ahead and pull up, because, we are well beyond the time allotted. Or when you go to that doctor's visit and you're late and they tell you got to reschedule, it's because there's a cost associated with everything. Okay, so back to how to create buzz for free, okay? After you understand that there's a cost, after you understand that free means fully reimburse every expense, that means that what you're going to deploy, the tactics you're going to use, whereas, you may pay a little something, you're going to get that back. First and foremost, in using social media for business, your biggest cost is your time. Now, I don't know what dollar amount you have on your time. There should be. But I need you to understand there are top 8 platforms out there, okay? Of those top 8 platforms, you need to understand that putting information on one platform may not fully reimburse the expense of you putting the information on that platform. If you have a sale on a product and you list that product on that platform, you don't get any sales, then you didn't get any reimbursement. What I need you to understand is if tweeting it at the end of the day and you're pushing this stuff out there, give yourself an amount of time so that you can go back and look and say, okay, I generated X amount of dollars from doing this or X amount of dollars from doing that. Then you have to go back and look at how much time you put into that, right? The best way to do this is just to start. I find so many people paralyzed at the start. It's like the gun is going off. You're still in the starting blocks, okay? All of this, social media has been out there a while. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be there. You need to post. You need to create a thumbnail. Here's the assets. These are the assets that you need in order to create buzz for free, okay? You need a logo, right? You need a logo. You need it in various sizes, okay? You need an audio. You need a logo. You need a piece of audio. You need a video, all right? And you need each of these in various sizes. You need your logo. You need it in a thumbnail size, which is usually about 150. I'm not going to get real technical, but you need that image because creating these assets will allow others to become your ambassadors. People who want you to succeed, people who were your previous customer, they need these things in order to spread word of mouth. We talk all the time about word of mouth. Now, word of mouth is that free way of marketing. It's the free way of it's the free marketing, right? But now in today, word of mouth requires different assets. So you need a thumbnail, okay, which is basically your logo. You need it in a couple of different sizes. You already know Facebook will allow you a minimum and a maximum size. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the top 8 platforms. If you don't know, those are YouTube to start with. You need you need good 3 seconds of video. And I would go with 5 because you have 3 seconds in which to grab somebody, right? You need 15 seconds, you need 30 seconds, you need a minute. Now, mind you, all of that could be one video, but at those time points, you need to make sure that you hit because you never know when a person's going to walk away, turn away. But you need that video out there on YouTube so that when people are looking for you or when people want to share your information, those things are there, those assets are there. So your audio, you need a tagline. Because there are such people like myself who do amazing podcasts that'll take your piece of audio and drop it in their podcast. And I tell you, podcasting is not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. So you need 15 seconds. You need a good 30 seconds, and probably even a good 10 seconds, okay? But you need that audio because you know somebody that's got a podcast. And I guarantee you, if you ask them, even for free, if they'll just drop your audio because there's so many people looking for content out there. Now, and especially, you need to have these assets on your social media. You need to have your thumbnail, your audio, and your video. Those are the number one ways to create buzz for free. Because people who know you, who like your products, they need those assets to go along with the word of mouth, which is what people have created for free. Okay, I think I've given you enough. I know you're like, whoa, I got to go create this stuff. Listen, you don't have to go create it. You can go buy it. That's the best part about it. You don't have to see. You're not good with graphics? Please don't create your graphics. You're not good with audio? Please don't create your audio, right? You can go out there. I'm a member of the Fiverr community. There's members of the people over there creating great graphics, great voiceovers, great audio, great video, and so forth. I got to press the stop button, but we'll come back to it. But that's a little bit how to get started. Start right there with the assets, and then in the next podcast, I'm probably in a video. I got a video out there. I'll tell you how to do it. I got to go before we run out of time. But listen, filter the entire internet for the hashtag 27answers.